Alright, here's my review of Hellraiser 2022. It came out on Hulu this October 7th, this past Friday. This movie is pretty good. It was better than all the other sequels of the Hellraiser. All the other sequels of after the first Hellraiser. After the second Hellraiser was like low budget and just torture porn, basically. This movie had a decent budget. It wasn't low budget. And this movie was alright. For a Hellraiser movie, this is probably one of the best Hellraiser movies they ever made, besides the first one. The first one was okay, but this one, they got the CGI and everything good, around this time. So back then in 88 or 87 when the movie came out, the CGI wasn't all that good. But now the CGI is perfect in 2022. So, when they had the box moving around and stuff like that, a little puzzle, it was good. This movie is freaky. They got those Cenobites. They look crazy. Pinhead. This time is a transgender person doing leading role of Pinhead instead of a man. And it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. They did have some scenes where they were chaining people up. They could have did a little bit more with the horror, with the gore, but they tamed it a little bit. It was toned down just a tad bit. It wasn't too gory. But the movie is almost 2 hours long. It's a pretty good movie. It's a good watch. I would have put this movie in movie theaters. I wouldn't have put this on Hulu. I would have let it go in the movie theaters and play for the whole month. Play all the way until, November or whatever. And get, try to get some of the money back. But I guess it was a good thing because the movie Halloween comes out this Thursday, in movie theaters and Peacock, so they would have to compete with that. Then Black Adam comes out on the 21st. They would have to compete with that. So I guess that was a good idea. They wouldn't have to compete with Halloween and Black Adam. Black Adam and Halloween gonna make some money. So, won't nobody gonna go watch Hellraiser then go watch Halloween. So I think that was an okay idea. I still would have put it in the movie theaters for like a week or two. For like a week or two, then put it on a streaming service. Try to get some of that money back. But, it was okay. The budget, it wasn't... The budget was alright. It wasn't like super high budget. They only shot the movie in a couple of places. When the movie first came on, it was kind of gory. It had a lot of little sex stuff going on with it, but it was okay. The main characters were alright. The lead character, she was a drug addict and an alcoholic, and her brother wanted to try to save her or whatever, and she just wouldn't listen. But she made some decisions that I wouldn't have made. But she was in a bad place. She was kind of lost, but she makes the right decision at the end of the movie. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But the movie was okay. I'm a horror movie fan, so I give this movie a 5 out of 10, 5.5, almost 6 out of 10. Give it a 60%. It's a pretty good movie. For the streaming service, it's decent. It's worth a watch. It's not too gory, and you can deal with the characters. Some movies the characters be doing stupid stuff, but this movie, some of the characters don't be doing too much stupid shit, and the dialogue in the movie is alright, not too cheesy. Well, it's a good movie. It's a good watch. So that's my review of Hellraiser 2022. I think this is the best Hellraiser they've made in the franchise, period. The first one was okay, the second one was alright. But the updated version of Hellraiser is great. It's perfect. It's one of the best installments of the Hellraiser franchise because it's 2022. The CGI is great now. You know, the scenery is good. You know, even though it's somewhat low budget, but you can't really tell it's low budget, and that's a good thing. And like I said, the CGI in this movie is cool. It's better than all the other movies. Like I said, in the 80s and early 90s, the CGI was terrible back then, but now the CGI is great. So that's what make the movie better than the other ones, because the CGI, when the box is moving around, it's when the puzzle's moving around, it you know, it looks real. You know, it's not fake. Word of advice: if you see a puzzle out there, don't try to solve that thing, man, because you never know. That's one thing. One thing I don't know about them puzzles, man. Watching Hellraiser, I'm not messing with no puzzles. I'm not trying to put a Rubik's Cube together. None of that. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'll leave that alone. That's what Hellraiser teaches you, not to be messing with no puzzles or no cubes, trying to put them together. I ain't doing none of that. You see a puzzle box, you go ahead and move around. Don't even mess with that thing. They configured it the right way, and then get some demons coming your way, some Cenobites. I'm cool. But that's my review of Hellraiser. I'm a holler. Church, Tabernacle, Preach.